And welcome back to the channel as we get greeted by a angry dog who apparently is not a fan of electric bikes. So on this video I thought I'd talk about riding in wet weather, seeing as we've had wet weather and we've got more of it coming. I'm just out here for this video in between the wet weather. Look at all the leaves in the bike lane. This is crazy. So I wanted to talk about tips on riding in the wet weather. And so one of them is to try to avoid this, but not much you can do right here. I mean, I'm just gonna go onto the street here for a little bit, because if you're not familiar with riding a bike, doesn't matter if it's electric or not, and you ride in leaves, especially wet leaves, it's going to be slick. And the other thing I should point out is, I was going to turn, but I'm going to show you something else. Another tip would be, oh, maybe I'll go down to the, no, yeah. All right, so these white lines here, any white painted lines are another thing to be careful of, because these are slippery no matter what time you are riding, whatever the condition, but especially wet, that can be very slick. I can feel it when I've ridden before and crossing those lines, and sometimes you can't help it, but try to avoid trying to drive on them. Like, either go on one side or the other, but don't try to drive along that line, because it's not the best for traction. It can be slick. There's just leaves everywhere. The trees are almost bare. Boy, that's a nice looking tree there. I'm liking those red leaves. I'm going to turn right here. So some of the other things is anything metal as well, driving over anything metal like those sewer grates right there or lids. Anything like that is also slick, especially wet. I'm going to do a UE here. And riding through puddles can also be something that you'll want to avoid if you can, because you don't know what's in that puddle. You don't know what's inside, like with water in there, you don't know what's in there besides the water. And another tip would be try to avoid riding in water. Speaking of water, I don't know why you'd want to ride in water unless a situation come up where you had no choice. There was water going right across a street or something and you had to get through it. And this is a dead end. I don't know why I went all the way up here, but I should have turned when I was back here, but I will. But yeah, all of that. And the other thing you'll want to do is dress for the wet weather, because there's nothing worse than being cold and wet. So you want to dress warmly, and you want to dress with as much waterproof protection as you can get. So when you do have to ride over leaves, I suggest, or just riding in general if the road is wet. Let me get by this truck, hopefully. He slammed on his brakes. I had time to get there, buddy. I don't think he saw me. Electric bikes, they're so quiet. I'm feeling some raindrops right now, actually. So the rain, little break wasn't very long. As quick as I get out here and try to do a quick video in between the rain, I'm okay if it does rain though. But yeah, staying warm, feet are dry, hands are dry, head dry. It's not too bad. I mean, the preference is to not have to ride in rain. But living here in the Pacific Northwest, if you don't want to ride in rain, then you're going to be missing out on several months of not riding, because, you know, where some places get snow in the winter, we could get snow here, but it doesn't happen all the time. But if you do, it melts usually pretty quick, but we do get the rain. So that's one thing we do get here. So if you don't, if you do mind riding in the rain, then you're not going to get to ride much. You may as well put your bike away for several months, as I was saying. And this guy must be turning. He's going super slow. No, he gives me the old wave. All right, buddy. You better get your four wheels moving, because I'm on your backside right now. And I also feel safer riding a fat tire bike as opposed to, for example, the old 10 speeds with the, what, 1 inch, I might be exaggerating a bit, but narrow tires. But it's doable if you can tolerate it. I just don't like to go too far a distance if I'm riding in the rain. But another tip would be to be careful on your turns, and overall slow down a little bit to what you would normally ride for speed. I would tone it down just a little bit, because of course everything being slick from the rain. Big black clouds around again. Boy, we're in a stretch here where we're going to get tons of rain, so I'm picking my spots if I can. And I know in the not too distant future here there will be some videos as the rain comes down a little more now, where I'm going to be inside doing in-studio green screen videos. But I'm still going to get out here. I mean, if the rain is persistent and doesn't want to stop, I'm not going to wait too long to go out and do rides. I'm not going to spend my whole winter or anything in the inside without riding some. I know some people just won't do it. You know, they won't go out in anything, any adverse weather at all. I don't really see that flag right there, but that's my flag. That's basically me living in the US, but I'm a Canadian citizen still. Half and half. Been riding around, and I didn't tell you what I'm riding. I'm riding the Lyric Graffiti X. It's brand new. I haven't even had the bike for 2 weeks yet. So this is brand spanking new. And do I like the bike? Nope. I love the bike. Hi. I swear all the dogs, they're not fans of the Lyric Graffiti X. Or maybe they like the bike, they just don't like the rider. That could be it. I'll try to do better, doggies. I'll try to do better. No, this bike is an absolute pleasure to ride. Each time I move up and get a new bike, it tops the other one. And you know what though? I have no idea how I'm going to beat this. No idea where to go. I mean, there's bikes out there, but are they going to be better than this? And if they are better and they're not much better, what's the point of getting it, right? When you're already at the top of the hill. Honestly, I don't know what to get next. Hey, if you guys have an idea, not that I'm looking to buy another bike right now, but you're always curious, you know. So let me know, leave a comment in the comments below. What do you think would be a cool bike to get that is better, or you think better than the Lyric Graffiti X? I mean, the Brute, some might bring up the Spark Cycles Brute. But if that's better, which I don't know if it is, but if it is, it would be marginally. I don't think there'd be much of a difference. Sure, it's 72 volts. It might go a little bit faster from what they claim. I don't know though. This is, but performance might be better. And like I say, it would only be slightly. But looks wise, I love my Graffiti X. Yeah, I can't be jealous of anybody else riding any of their bikes. I think they might be more jealous of me riding the Graffiti X. And if you ever get a chance to try one of these bikes, if somebody offers you to take a ride and test it out, go for it. I'd love to hear your opinion on what you think. Because I've yet to hear anybody yet that doesn't like the ride. I mean, some people may say they don't like the handlebars, or they don't like the seat, or little things like that. But overall, I've not heard yet where they don't like the power, for example. It's a smooth ride as well. I have nothing yet to complain about with the bike as far as performance. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video on a little light rain coming down ride. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much for supporting us. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And also, if you want to share the video, please do. Go ahead and share it with your friends or others. And let them know that Oregon e-biker Mark is a cool channel, and hey, you should check it out. And also, if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. And like I said earlier, let me know which bike you think is in the same price range, ballpark, that's a superior bike to this one. I mean, enough to notice it overall. And let me know what bike that is in the comments. And I will definitely go and check that out. So once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.